So again, I might be getting more people to pay attention to me because I'm liking their stuff. But the reality is that I go in and I am making these connections. These are genuine, real connections that I'm then actually going in and cultivating. And I just opened this thing up and I just give you a sense of that. This is what this is the first time I've gone on today. So let me just share this real quick. So I look, I got 25. I got 4 messages down here. Right? I got my network has grown by basically has by 14 people since the last time I looked or so, and I got basically and I've got these 25 things. So, and there's my followers. So that's the number we're using as our benchmark, right? So that's what's gone up 300 people in the last week.
Have you taken a look at your analytics page?
Yes, I all the time.
Yeah.
Can you look at I want to see that actually.
Yeah. All right, so I'm 8.9% in the last week, and these are almost always green now, right? They used to be going up and down, and like if I didn't post whatever or something happened. But my post impressions are also what's huge, because this used to hover around 200 a week. Right, the post impressions is the other thing that is basically taken off, and that's good because that means there's more people seeing more of our content.
So it seems like Eric, do you have an opinion about, like, you obviously have competitors with people doing this, right? There are other tools that people use to do this. Is that fair to say?
Sort of. There's no other LinkedIn tool that likes people's comments. So most of the other like LinkedIn tools, it's either content writing or comment writing, where it's like automated AI comments.
So Prosp is this other tool that we're using, John, to do that we're just in the process of setting up right now. Actually, we may change it because I think there was something going on with it we didn't like.
Right.
But that would be the one. That's the commenting tool. That's the one that's going to go on and actually do comments and stuff like that. Right, which is a whole other level of this stuff.
But it seems like there's a level of LinkedIn has a level of toleration that they're willing to accept, or level of automation with regard to that they'll tolerate on the site.
It seems to be. The message I got was, it looks like you're using some tool blah blah blah, or some automation. LinkedIn blah 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 doesn't allow automation blah 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 blah. So please make sure blah. And then the questions were, either or we're just like re-log in, which I think is like the thing, or promise you won't do this anymore.
Right.
So I just said, fine, no, I won't do this anymore. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I was afraid to hit the other button because it would be like an admission of something. Right,
totally. Yeah. Okay. So,
but anyway, that was a week ago, more than a week ago.
Good. Okay.
So in the time that I've just been measuring this whole thing, but basically I can tell you that again, there was probably 2 weeks before this that we started using this. So I've easily gone up. I mean 1,000 followers probably in the last month.
Okay.
But anyway, so this analytics stuff is cool too, because again, this is 34%, dude. So the other thing that we're doing, Eric, is that we have stepped up our posting game. We were already doing a pretty good job of it, but I now use this thing called Opus Clips and basically go up and we've taken our webinars, we've taken all our podcasts, almost all of them, whatever. And I can go in and basically, make 10 clips in about 45 seconds.
Yep.
And they're clipped off. They've set up for social media. They've written the posts. They've done everything all in one shot. And I just hit one button and it posts it everywhere. So that's been really helpful too, because again, I'm posting more as well. And so then we got Dave posting our podcast stuff. He does 3 clips a week, as well that are just about the podcast. This episode of the podcast coming up this week. So. We've got a bunch of things kind of happening all at once, which I think again are all contributing in some way, right? And then I think what I want to see is what happened today, because I did a post yesterday, John, for the first time about this idea, call out to consultants about how we can get together, right? To how we can join forces better to get more business and help ourselves.
Yeah, no, great. That's great.
Right? So I want to see what that was, because that was so this is it. 21 others reacted to your post. I had 22 reactions and 14 comments on this. This is the highest I've ever had on anything. I knew this would happen.
Partially, right? It's two things. It's like it's your growing network, and you're all, it's your growing network, and it's a relevant post for that audience.
That's exactly right, because now it's like starting, growing, sustaining a B2B consulting practice of any kind is no small feat, blah, blah, whatever. And I say my question to the group is, with all the social media, AI, and technology tools out there, how can we as consultants come together in a more human way to help each other grow and succeed? And then look at the comments. I haven't even read these yet. Most of these are like new. And then of course I've got a whole bunch of people liking shit. 14, I've never had more people do anything on a single post than this one just now. I posted this yesterday. So this is like the biggest single day we've had of anything. I had 521 impressions in 24 hours. I've never had 521 that's crazy. Now, again, it's a good post, right? But this post wouldn't have worked, wouldn't have done this a month ago.
Correct.
Because it didn't have all these people who are the audience following us, right? So it's exponential, right? So pretty cool. And then of course I go in, and now by hand I go and I go and I answer these, and I like and reply and the whole thing, and I make it a thing, and LinkedIn likes that.
Yeah,
right? They like that I go in and I've done this stuff, and I said, I've liked it. I haven't done it all yet. These are all new ones. So I'll go in. The next thing I'll do is go in here now and basically hit this stuff and whatever. And people are, again, and here's the thing. There are a lot of people using Eric's tool. So, you come across stuff and it's like, oh yeah, it's like the battle of the likes. They've done the same thing. You know what I mean? And the automations I get on the emails are proof of that, because a lot of times what I'm getting back. The second, what happens is I'll go to this network. Now, the second, some people are reaching directly out. Okay.
Right.
People are in this situation right here where they're basically saying, okay, they follow you and they're inviting you to connect. Okay. So this is 700. This is the total number of invitations I've had, okay, in the last 2 weeks.
705. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I may have had that. I remember looking at this. It's like 500. So there's been 500 new invitations, okay, to connect with people since I started looking at this, and it was like the first time was like 220.